This is my Bystial Centur-Ion deck profile post Duelist Advance. I didn't do the greatest with it last week. I got 7th out of 17 at a box tournament. I did pull this ulti Ilya Sylvia though, so that's nice. Even though I didn't do great, I still wanted to share my deck and then maybe I'll share some thoughts on what I could have done better with my deck building, but let's get into it. So for starters, 3 Primera, 3 Trudea, 3 stand-up, 1 terraforming, and 3 oath. So this is 13 starters and 40, just to maximize the consistency and, you know, just have as many ways as possible to push without normal summon. That's why I didn't play like Bonfire. Yeah, so that was the starters. The 4 cards you don't want to draw. In previous Centurion lists I've played, I played like Bonds, I played 2 Phalanx, because like if you ever draw Phalanx off Ashray, if you ever played Centurion, you know the feeling, it feels horrible. But you basically, you want to see starters and you want to play the game. So this is the bare minimum, and so that's what I decided to go with. We played Bystial package, so 1 Rebellion, 1 Regained, and then the 4 different hand traps. You can send Sarnir off stand up to bin Rebellion, that's nice, but basically this is really good against Malice. It just recurs your stuff, it's extra grind, but I didn't really want to see too much of this guy just because he's bad into Droll. And then also I just wanted to play the game as much as possible. You side this out going second unless you're playing Malice, just because it shuffles their names back and that's really strong. So you want to keep it in for that. So these are the hand traps, and then I had 3 Fua, 3 Droll, 2 Ash, 2 Bell, 2 Nib, 1 Call by, 1 Talents, and then 3 Emperor. So I wanted to max out on different kind of hand traps that were just good, so I could just draw as many playable hand traps as possible. I played Imperm because this deck sucks into Detonator, so you just want to have that board breaker you can hold to negate the Detonator. Called by, so you don't just randomly lose to Ash on Primera or something like that. And then Talent, just because this card is just generically crazy, and sometimes it'll just draw it and win the game because of that. So and then yeah, Droll and Fu are just kind of mandatory to play right now. But that was the main. It was 40 cards. Extra deck, 1 Crimson, 1 Blazar, 1 Red Supernova, 1 Vengeance. So my idea with the 1 Blazar is I was looking at other Centurion deck profiles from like some of the European nationals, and people were like, this second one never comes up, but don't cut it. And that just didn't really make sense to me because like if it's wasted space, like just don't keep it. So I opted to play Supernova and Vengeance and then just some other cards instead of the second Blazar, and it never really came up. I play the Supernova because this is good into Lunalight and also Raziel and Mitsu. Like none of them can out this because it's indestructible by card effects, and Lunalight can attack over it because it's their Liger is at 38 and this is at 4,000. And then the Vengeance to play around Impulse, and then also I had one match in testing where he went Foolish Burial Goods, send Blackout Laughs, and then called Crimson Dragon. And I was like, alright, no big deal. I just make the Vengeance, play your thing in the Spawn Trap Zone, and everything was completely fine. So I was pretty satisfied with this lineup. And then for the Centurion ones, we have 1 Auxilla, 2 Legatia, 1 Primus. I was considering a second Auxilla and only playing 1 Legatia, but I don't have a second Auxilla. Because just sometimes in the grind it comes up to get another name. Centurion name, and then also this recurs from grave or banished. So if like you're playing against Malice and they whitebinder your stuff away, you can still get it back from that. I played 2 Legatia. It was fine. Drawing the card and non-target popping their monster with the highest attack is pretty nice. It just doesn't recur from banish, so it's not sometimes your name's just gone forever if you've already gone through your Auxilla. And then the 1 Primus. My theory behind only playing 1 of this is anytime you could make a Synchro 8, you could probably make a Synchro 10, or sorry, 12. So why wouldn't you make this and then get your things back into the Spell Trap Zone? So the second one never came up, the 1 was good. And then, so I replaced the second one with a Scarlight, because I'm not playing a Sister or anything like that, so I wanted to have a time card. And then for the Synchro 10 speed, Dissipator, Chaos Angel. Dissipator is the Malice Killer. It's really funny because you Lancia them, they pass to you, you go normal summon Trudea, they negate it, and then you just go Bystial, banish the Lancia, summon this, and then summon back the Lancia, pass to them, and then you just tribute the Lancia from your field, because it can tribute from hand or field. And then this also shuffles their names into banishment, so if they go, you know, Dormouse, banish White Rabbit effect, you do this, shuffle it into the deck. And then Chaos Angel, because a lot of decks just really struggled out with this card when it's made with the Light and Dark, which is super easy in this deck because Primera plus any Bystial. It's just such strong protection for all your synchros. So that was it for the synchros. Then for the weird ones, I played Doom Dragon, Spirit, Seal, and Typhon. This card is just really cool. It's randomly an extender, depending on some weird board states. It's a removal that doesn't destroy or banish or anything like that. It just puts in the spell and trap zone, makes it completely unusable. And also it's a dragon, so I had one weird case in testing when I went like this plus, like I had Primera, so I made the Spirit, and then I had this, and then I linked these two into Seals, because he D-Barrier called Synchro, so it was just, like, never underestimate the power of Seals Pass. Like, it's just... I used to play Dragon Link too, and it's like Seals Pass just randomly wins. Like, normal summon Primera, get hand trap to make Spirit, Bystial, banish whatever in the name, summon that, make Seals, and then, you know, Seals for Druid Swarm or whatever. I mean, like, it's just randomly super strong. And then Typhon is good because you can set up your stuff in the back row, and then summon on the next turn while keeping your opponent's big monsters effects, you know, offline, so it's just really nice having that sometimes, although I don't think it came up in that tournament. Side deck, 3 Lancia, obviously, still. There's also like 4 Mitsurugi Orcust players on my locals, so I have to play this for Orcust as well, but, you know, just Lancia folds to this card. DD Crow, back row hate, you can banish the Mitsurugi Ritual, or you can banish you know, the ritual monsters when they try to come back. There's just so many things. This card has so many applications. It's really strong in this format. 2 Lava Golem, because I'm scared to death of Liger Dancer, especially going second, but you can always just tribute their 2 monsters for this. If they're unable to get to a second Liger Dancer, they probably at least have like a Baguska or an SP or something you can tribute. They rarely just have 1 monster on board. Duster, because I had to play some form of back row hate, but that was actually it for the back row hate. 3 deck lockdown. You'll see this in like every Centur-Ion side deck. It's just so strong because Auxilla protects your back row, so you can play all kinds of random floodgates. The reason this one's chosen a lot though is because you can basically play under this like with relative ease, and this completely shuts down Mitsu Raziel, because all their cards either add to hand or special from deck. So that's super strong. And then also 2 Thrust, 1 Symbol, and 1 D-Barrier. Just turn skips. Also, going second, you can Thrust for Talents, Thrust for Duster, all kinds of fun stuff. So that was the deck. Things I could change about it. I'm thinking about upping to 42 or something like that, and then playing maybe more consistency cards. So maybe the Bonfire would be useful just so you open playable, right? Because even if they might have Drool, but you need to just play the game. So I was definitely thinking about a Prosperity or a Bonfire or something like that, even though I don't love going beyond 40. I lost round 1 to Memento just because I opened none of these cards. I mean, like, and then I opened 2 deck lockdown. So I played both of them to play around Darkblade, and he just dustered me, and at that point I knew all the game's over. But disappointing not seeing any of these. Maybe it just happens, but I don't know. I feel like maybe there might be room for a bit more consistency. Other than that, maybe I wish I had a bit more back row hate, because I played against a Dynamorphia player, and you ever played Dynamorphia, it's just really annoying when you don't open your back row hate. So I didn't open this 1 Duster or this Thrust, and it is a miserable game. But other than that, I don't know. I'm thinking about more consistency. Extra deck wise, I don't think I'd really change anything. Like, I think I'm happy with all this decisions I made. I really don't think you need a second Blazar. Other than that, that's it for the deck. And yeah.